Hi and welcome back to my channel. I am Koala. This is my little nook in this corner of the universe that we call YouTube. So creep in is that's what it means, nook, like a little nook in the corner of the universe, or a corner, or literally a crawl in. So if you're new to my channel, I am a shamanic practitioner in Sweden, and I'm mainly focused on Nordic shamanism, but I'm also initiated in a few rites in the Kiro medicine or the Incan shamanism. And that's what I'm going to talk a little bit about today. So I'm going to talk a little bit about initiations and rites within shamanism. Not as a whole, just the ones I have entered or been initiated into. And I'm not going to talk too much about each of them because I have made and I will make more videos on those topics. So today is like a focus on the toolbox and that part of my toolbox and mainly how I work with them in my everyday life. So the two specific genres or whatever groups of initiations that I have entered into is within the Kiro medicine. So not the Nordic. Today I'm going to talk about the Kiro medicine and Incan shamanism. So the first group of initiations are the Nusta, which are the goddess rites. So Nusta or Nustas are goddess and goddesses, and then Karpa is right. I've been speaking a lot today, so I'm sorry if I a lot. Let's see, maybe I should do this video another time. Or it will be alright. Okay. So, the Nustakarpai are 7 rites or initiations, one connecting to each of the 7 goddesses of these rites. And these goddesses have connections to the chakras and the chakra system within each of us. So the 7 basic chakras. So I know there are a different perspective on this chakra on the chakra system and how many chakras there are and how many we should work with, etc. But the 7 ones that are connected to these goddesses are within our energy body, so from the root to the crown. So those are the main ones. So there's one goddess connected to each chakra, and these goddesses are connected to the elements, and they are while being connected to our chakra system, they can help us heal, they can help us balance our chakras and the organs and the energy flows and everything that is connected to each of the chakras, and then all of the chakras as well. So one how I work with these chakras, I was initiated into the Nustakarpai 7 years ago. And that was following my healing journey with a major trauma that I had gone through. So after major trauma, I had done a lot of healing within the tradition, the conventional medicine, like uh, hospitals. I don't know what you call it in English. But so not traditional medicine, because traditional medicine to me is culture based, not pharmaceutical, industrial. But I had gone through that ordeal first, and then I reached a point where I was like, this has been nice, but I have more work to do. I need to work with my soul and my spirit, and I need to connect body, mind, and soul. And that's when I found a shaman from the South Americas that helped me reach the next level that I needed to reach. And then when I was done, when I had gone through a lot of healing work, so like it has been almost like a year and a half from my first meeting with her to the point of initiation into the Nustakarpais. So that was like my next step in healing, to be initiated into this. And the point of it for me, like the purpose of it for me, was to work deeper with my chakras, because I had started my chakra healing work almost 3 years prior to this, and I had done a lot of work, and I just needed to reach that next step. And the next step for me was these initiations. So uh, that's been the main focus of my work initially with the Nusta, to heal my own body, mind, and soul, connect all of those, and become a more whole version of myself. And to realize that I have everything I need to be whole. I just need the tools, and I need to be able to connect it, and I need to be able to piece the puzzle together, and to heal myself. So that's been my focus, and that's what I think going through these initiations helps with the most, your own healing work. So uh, on top of that, when you are initiated, you are also being given the, I would almost say, honor to be able to give the rights to other people as well when you feel ready to. For me, it took 4 years to even consider initiating someone else. It took 5 years for me to do it, to initiate the first two people. And to this date, I have initiated 5 people. Yeah. 5 people into the Nusta. So, and at this point, there's one person that are in the process of receiving the rights one at a time from me. But I am open if anyone feel called to them, but it's not something I'm advertising, or like, because I think it's a profound experience that you really need to be called to do, and called to go through. And if you feel like it's the next step for you, great. I'm here to help you if you are. And there are other people on this earth, in this universe, that also have the capacity to help with this. And I've done it both in real life. So I've initiated 3 people in real life, and 2 people via uh, on Zoom. It's been a wonderful experience for me. So for me, it's more of a deep connection with the goddesses on for me, and I work with them once a week at least, and then once a month I go even deeper into connecting with them. And then when I initiate someone else, of course, that's like a journey in itself together with the goddesses. So for me, it's about healing my own body, mind, and spirit and soul, and to keep up that work, to and they are there to support me, guide me, aid me in my own journey. And the other set of initiations are the Moonlight Key. And with the Moonlight Key, there are two purposes. So for me, I didn't go into the Moonlight Key knowing anything, to be honest. The only thing I knew was that I felt called to it. So, and it happened like this. I was actually considering an education here in Sweden, from someone that is practicing the Kiro medicine and the shamanism within that, all of it. And I looked through like the curriculum for the 3 year education, and I was like, I don't need all of this, because we have I know enough about shamanism to know that everything there are certain things that are alike in different cultures. They're just from different perspective and through different lenses. And I didn't feel I needed all of that from another lens and perspective. So I was like, I don't need this, but I'm missing this. The Moonlight Key So out of all of the things that this person was teaching, a few of them stood out, and one of them was the Munai, the first one that really stood out. I was like, I need this. I don't want to do all of this. I want this. So, in that moment, I just felt like this is what I need, and I didn't really think about it for like a month or so until I hadn't even mentioned it to someone. I hadn't even mentioned it to my phone. I hadn't said it out loud. I just looked at the curriculum, thought this is what I need, and then a month later it popped up in my feed, an opportunity to receive only the rights and not go through all of the other stuff together with it at that point. So, and I felt, oh yeah, this is what I need. This is what I'm talking about. I need this. So I just had a real drawing to it and was like, oh. So I signed up. I just found the money. I just scraped them together and I enrolled in the Moon Key. And it was like I enrolled on a Tuesday, and the first Zoom meeting, live meeting with the teachers and all of the participants was on the following Wednesday. So the day before is when I did it. And it was actually 2 years to 3 years to this day. It's 2024 now, and this was 2021, I think. I think it was 2021. So I went into it knowing absolutely almost nothing, just that it was initiations and it was the same realm of medicine that the cure medicine. It was the same like origin. I don't, I knew that much, I knew the culture of what it was. I just felt a real pull towards it. And when I went into it, I was like, yeah, this is what I need. So entering into it, I went in with a completely open mind. I knew nothing. I just soaked it all in. I went all in, and I really, really went all in. And then I focused on my own journey with the Munaiki the coming year. I shared some of it on my Instagram during my journey, but it was really for me. It was all for me. And it was an amazing journey. And it even continued after the first year of receiving these rights. So I would say I knew nothing going in. And then it was about aiding in my own healing journey and my own medicine journey as a medicine giver, receiver and giver, and yeah. And then in contrast to the Nusta Carpi, when I had received all of the Munaki and I had gone a year uh, soaking it all in and giving nourishment to the rites and the seeds that I had received, I felt an immediate calling to share and spread these to other people, so I did. So I have initiated quite a few people into the Munai as well at this point, and there are two people right now. There are two people receiving the rights from me in their own pace. And so the Munai, I'm also gonna talk about in separate videos, and I have talked about them in the past. So I think you can look at my channel and go to playlists and find those. So they have been for my benefit mostly, and a couple of the rights I had encountered before, but not in the same with the same names. I had encountered them with the work with my goddesses. So uh, it really and it really showed that everything is connected. And there was a lot of work I did with the Munaki that I recognized from the Nordic path as well. So there was a lot of things I did within the Munaki that I felt like, well, this is something I already do within the Nordic tradition. I did, however, commit to doing like focusing on the Munaki and what they entailed before I started interconnecting them. So today, like 3 years later, I'm I still have them like separated from each other. The Nusta Carpi, the Munaki, the Nordic tradition, they're all separated, but I do combine them when I work because they're all a part of me. So within the monarchy, there are rites for to aid in your healing work. I would say all of the rites aid in your healing work, but in the inner healing. But then there are like 5 rites within the 10 that are specifically to be in service. And one of those I'm not gonna do that much anymore after like this year, and then the other ones they come and go. So I do feel connected to the mountains and the wisdom keepers. That is one right. I do feel that connection. I do feel the connection to the earth keepers, and that right. I do feel connection to the day keepers, but the day keepers maybe a bit less. Or maybe it's just that it's a bigger part of me already. It was something I already was doing before. And that's kind of the same with the earth keepers. Uh, but the day keepers, right, is that was the work entailed in that was already part of me. And I have been having to do a lot more mindful and intentional work with the earth keepers and the wisdom keepers, right? And then the Mosok rite, the newest rite of them all, the Star Keeper, that was also already a part of me. There was just some things needed to click. And yeah, I enjoy the rites, and I enjoy working with them, and I feel them as a part of me. Today they're just a part of me, and I enjoy passing them forward, passing them on to other people, and I do it when called to do it. And I have had people reaching like contacting me, and then we have decided that I'm not the right person, we are not a good fit for me to give them the rights, and that's okay. You need to find the person. If you are called to the Nusta Carpi, the Munaki, or any other rites, find the person that resonates with you, that you feel safe with, that you feel can hold space for you in the best way possible. And don't be afraid to walk away if it doesn't feel like the right fit. Um, yeah. I've had people walk away, and I don't take it personally, even though it might be personal. It's the chemistry between us, or there's something just not right. Or maybe I know at one point or another there's been like, oh, this is you opted for all of this whole journey. You reached this point, and now you need a break, and you're welcome back to do this when you feel like it, or you can just go somewhere else when you feel like you need this. And sometimes this was all a person needed for themselves and for the path that they're on. And in one occasion, a person has come to me, being on this stage, doing this with some other shamanic practitioner, and coming in with this, and we met at this level, and I helped them receive this level. So I want to say that it's just okay to follow a path, your path, forge a new path, and then meet people where you're at, have people meet you where you're at, and then leave you when you feel like you've reached a point where you don't need each other anymore, or you don't need that person or that teacher. So it's your journey, and my journey is my journey, and the initiations have been great for me, and I'm working with them on a weekly basis, on a daily basis, and they are forever a part of me, and I'm here if people feel called to receive the rights from me. And uh they're also part of my toolbox in the way that they come up when I give healing or if I meet people. So the rites have enhanced certain aspects of myself and certain gifts within me that I use when helping other people. But it's more like, it's more, it's not a clear cut, it's not black and white. I can't really say that this has helped me with this has helped me with this. Except for maybe the Nustakarpai that really helped me develop my own healing. I did have a healing ability before I was initiated into Nustakarpai, but they really helped me to magnify my gifts and to help me, I would say, refine or um, develop my style of healing, chakra healing mainly. And also, but they entail so much, and the Munaki also entails so much, and the work I did and the journey I took with them initially gave me so much and gave me like a box of tools. And the most of all, it connected things that I had been sniffing around about. I had met some of it on the way, and some of it was just like with the past lives regression therapy that I do. I already had a way of doing that within the Nordic tradition, and then when I did it in the Kiro medicine, it wasn't really something that came with the Munaki. So if you are initiated into the Munaki, you don't become a past life regression therapist. But there were aspects of that, especially with the third, right, the Aini Karpai, where I met uh, aspects of that were correlated to my Nordic tradition and could benefit and complement what I was already doing and enhancing that part of my healing toolbox. And in a future video, I will go deeper into my healing and all of that. So I will talk about past life regression therapy. I will talk about chakra healing. I will talk about my shamanic healing and what that is. And I will talk about a lot more within the healing and the rune healing. So I think that's my next subject, or maybe in another couple of videos. We'll see. So this was maybe a more not that tangible subject today because it isn't tangible. It isn't clear cut. It's not black and white. Being initiated into shamanism is different for everyone else, for everyone that does it. It's different for everyone taking on the journey. And that's the way it's supposed to be, because I'm not you and you're not me, and we are different, and we come into it with different skills, with different needs, with different healing work to be done, with different healing work that we have done, with different abilities and gifts. So it's not supposed to be like a mold that fits everyone. It's supposed to be an initiation that enhances certain aspects of ourselves and calls us. The lineages can call you to engage in different kind of work, like with your community or with the earth or with the mountains, with your region, with the stars, with yourself, and with the dream time. Yeah. So that's what I wanted to talk about today. If you have questions, please put them in the comment section. I will get to them as soon as I see them. And I might address them in other videos making. So I always try to answer questions. And then if I feel like this is something I could talk about in a video, I will do it as well. So with that said, walk in beauty and see you in the next one. Xingling.